Welcome back to another amazing podcast, Karma Talk. When I think of karma, when I think of where we've been and the journeys that we go through, there are so many things to talk about. Today, we're going to be talking about something that's extremely precious, important to everyone around the world. This whole summer was dedicated towards me working with children, creating movement in people's lives through my nonprofit, the House of Angels Foundation, helping children and people to understand that God is real. God exists. God does exist. But do you allow yourself to follow the trend of allowing the word universe or the word energy or the word power or vibration to be a part of your vocabulary when you talk about God? Or do you actually give God that appreciation, that recognition by saying, I believe in God? One thing that has happened as I've been traveling all over the world this year during the summer, focusing on helping people and awakening people, I have been testing the world, testing people, whether it's at a coffee shop, whether it's a diner, whether it's at a bar. It doesn't matter where I've been. I literally have been testing people. I talk simply, as I do usually. Things I talk about are guardian angels, God, energy, karma. Those are my normal conversations. When I talk to people and I just bring up normal conversations of, how was your day? How are you? Wow, we should be thankful we're here today. And people always respond to me in the most vibrant, most exciting, it's like their eyes light up because they start realizing, wait a second, this person has confidence in talking about God and her beliefs. Why is that? Everyone asks me this. They say, why do I not allow myself to have the confidence that you have? You are like a breath of fresh air. It is so wonderful to be able to spend time with you. Who are you? What type of work do you do? How do I contact you? Because this conversation just gave me inspiration. All of us on this planet should be inspired by the biggest gift each and every one of us were given. The gift of life, the gift of freedom, the gift of expression, the gift of knowing what it is to have love, receiving love and giving love, combining that love into a full relationship with ourselves and others. Understanding that unity is the most powerful message anyone can give to anyone. We don't have to be an expert. We don't have to have a degree or a doctorate to know how to share love with someone. We don't have to understand religion, the Bible, or any holy books whatsoever to know that God loves us. You were created for one reason. The human species was created so that we can express this amazing gift of love, passion, connection, and having a unity with others that fills our soul, spirit, and body and helps to bring this vibration, this energy of making us feel alive. We do not have that anymore. There are people that I talk to, 80-year-olds, 90-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 11-year-olds, and they say a very sad thing that breaks my heart when I hear this. Well, I'm disconnected from my emotions because it's better for me to be emotionless and disconnected so that I can function. And I'm like, what? What did you just say? Oh yes, the doctor prescribed me all sorts of medicines because it's better for me to be disconnected. This way I just get my job done. And then you wonder, I'm not against technology. God bless it if it benefits us, but I am not the kind of person that believes that we are here to be robotic. If you want to be a robot, then be a robot by having a robot to help you if that's what you want. But we are not here to be robots. We have hearts, we have brains, we have blood that runs through our body. Our whole system is so magnificent, people can't even understand how could it be a mistake. How is there not a God when every part of our body in our system that runs the body is so magnificent and so precise and so perfect that there's not a possible way for there to be a mistake, that there's not a God. The way it's like 0.1%, they say, that how Earth, out of all places, has human species and how we are able to be here on this, in this amazing place we call home. The perfect ingredients, the perfect formula to make the oceans, trees, and everything we have is not a mistake. I don't believe in mistakes. Now, I believe it's a mistake to judge others. I believe it's a mistake and we do wrong by cutting people off. I believe that we make mistakes by, maybe ordering a wrong thing off the menu. But it is not a mistake. It is not a coincidence. It is not just so happens to be that this perfect formula was created, Earth and us and everything around it and in us. Our whole existence, I don't believe for 1 second that it was a perfect mistake. No. I know there's a God. You know there's a God. You know that there's something out there. Whether you call it, like I mentioned at the beginning, universe, energy, the power, I know that this vibration, this frequency that we continue to feel in our soul, the energy that we feel that gives us tickles in our stomach, the knowledge and the knowing that we have guardian angels that help to carry us and guide us through life, there is no mistake. There are no mistakes when it comes to the receiving of messages, guidance, saving us from our guardian angels. Our guardian angels saving us is what I'm saying. Our guardian angels continuously to hold us. They continuously hold us. They continuously protect us. They continuously guide us in the direction of where we need to be, and saving us from a car accident, from accidental harm, from negative relationships, if you allow yourself to listen and feel. Now, most of us, unfortunately, act as though we're blinded, act as though we're deaf, and definitely don't pay attention to our heart. This is why I'm expressing to each and every one of you out there all over the world, everywhere. There are no differences, whether you're from Japan or whether you're from South Africa or whether you're from Sweden. It doesn't matter where you're from, or Italy. All of us have the same blessing, gifts, and opportunity. Your guardian angels come to you through eating, sleeping, breathing, living in our hearts. Our guardian angels and God will show us messages and give us visions, knowledge, and knowing of where we're meant to be. We should be able to hear them. But because we're disconnected from our emotions, which is the most powerful vibration and frequency that runs through you, you will then not be able to hear, feel, or be guided by your guardian angels or God. By disconnecting your emotion, you are closing the door on opportunity. You are closing the door on connecting to self-love. You are closing the door on connecting to having a soulmate. You are closing the door on definitely understanding what it is to have purpose. So many of us sit there and say, why do I have bad luck? Why do I have hard luck? Why am I cursed? Why am I destroyed? Why am I unfortunate? All these negative words that they say. I don't believe in that. Me personally, I don't believe in those words, and I don't believe that that's true. I believe we are the cause for the negativity and the darkness. Yes, people may wish us harm. There are people who are jealous and envious and wish harm upon others. I know that's real. I'm not saying that's not real. I'm just saying it should not stick. It should not be valid if you allow yourself to eat, sleep, breathe, and live in your true frequency as it was meant to be. The more you allow yourself to just be and be in that vibration, that frequency of truth, of honoring your soul, spirit, and body, connecting with our Father God in heaven, connecting with our guardian angels and welcoming them and not allowing ourselves to be judging, loathing, negative, dark, carrying an umbrella with a dark shadow. We need to change that vibration, that frequency. We must allow ourselves to change the frequency so that we can start receiving. Visualize this with me for one moment. Close your eyes, inhale positive and exhale negative. Now visualize you allowing yourself to be in your most perfect place. And where is this place? Is this place somewhere in a meadow? Is it in the universe? Is it at the shore of a beautiful beach? Or is it in your home? Wherever it may be. Where is this perfect place that brings this feeling of serenity, comfort, happiness, joy, enlightenment? Where is this place? Be in that vibration, be in that frequency, and then allow yourself to visualize. How do I stay in this happy state of mind, in this beautiful place of comfort in my heart? And let that frequency and let that energy be carried with you throughout the day, whether it's at work, whether it's dealing with your kids, whether it's dealing with your grandkids, whether it's dealing with associates, it doesn't matter. Travel, any subject. And keep that calmness inside of you. And try that. Try to be happy and joyful, no matter what the circumstances are. Even if you have to fake it for a moment. Maybe sometimes one of the biggest gifts you can give yourself is faking being happy for a moment until it actually becomes a habit. And then when it becomes a habit, then you're sitting there and saying, oh, wait a second. I just changed my frequency by pretending I was happy, by changing my behavior, right? Because we are the ones who create the negative behavior. We are the ones who create the negative. We are the ones who create the anxiety and the stress in our lives. Not God, not our guardian angels. Others around us come and circle us when you're filled with light. And I know for a fact that one of the biggest things that happens in my life, I'm constantly having people wanting to circle my vibration. Constantly, no matter where I am, that is an obvious vision, sight, knowing that people want to come in my space. But it's only because they say exactly what I mentioned to you earlier. You seem so positive. You seem so confident. You seem so happy. A lot of times, there could be times that I'm really upset with my kids or my grandkids or something negative that's happening, or, sad and hurt because of a client or something that I'm dealing with helping someone. But I try as much as I possibly can to wash that vibration, that frequency away and sit there and say, nope, there is a God and I have guardian angels and I am going to be happy today. And I focus on that love and that light, and I remember that God is a part of me and that God created me and that my guardian angels are with me and they're guiding me and protecting me and communicating with me so that I can be here for you, so that I can be your example, so that I can be your voice, giving you the messages and the knowledge and the information in which you need so that you can wake up. How many people in the world are inspiring others to find God? Not a lot. But those who are inspiring others to find God, those who are awakening people's mind and hearts and souls and spirit so that they know that your guardian angels are real, so that they know your guardian angels are with you. For those who are out here helping each and every one of you out there in the world, understand we are here to inspire you, because no matter how much negativity, no matter how much negative darkness, drugs, abuse, God in heaven only knows how many negative things I can mention right now. The anxiety and stress of politics and religion and bad behaviors and the bad publicity with Hollywood and the Illuminati and all these things that I hear about from my kids, from my grandkids, from other people that surround me. All these negative stories, God bless them. Focus on allowing yourself to not let that energy affect you. Because no matter how much darkness is out there, remember, when you look at a dark sky and you see how many stars are out there, and those are teeny tiny lights, light always shines brighter than darkness. God always wins in the end. Love always wins in the end. The more you focus on that frequency, the more you focus on that energy, you will succeed. But why will you succeed? Because you have chosen to follow a part of your whole meaning of being here on this planet, focusing on allowing your love, your light, and your beautiful gift, the vibration and the frequency of your heart to awaken and to be relaxed and sitting back and just going, okay, I can let this happen. It's like you're allowing and you're letting this vibration, this energy of love to fill your whole body. Karma. This is called the Karma Talk Show. Karma is simple. We can change our karma. No matter how much negative, no matter how much darkness, no matter how much anxiety is in our lives, no matter what our generational karma, no matter what kind of karma we've created, negative, we can change that by allowing ourselves to then do good deeds and paying it forward, right? When you choose the higher road and you're allowing yourself to put your right foot forward, stepping into your own power, don't worry about judgment. This is what I hear from people all the time. I will give you a short story. I'm sitting at the bar with my son because he said, Mom, I want you to go out with me. And he takes me to this place to go have fun because it was Cinco de Mayo. And we're sitting there. And of course, I happened to find a seat because I wasn't feeling well. And I said, well, son, I'll be right here with you, but I'm going to sit down. And he goes, okay, Mom, it's fine. I'm just glad you're with me. Long story short, I'm sitting there, I'm having a salad, and it wasn't like a normal bar. And I'm having a salad and drinking some water, and this guy ends up talking to me, and he goes, yeah. He goes, how are you today? I said, oh, I'm great. How are you? Everything is such a beautiful day. We're so blessed to have a beautiful day to come out and to be alive. And he goes, I like your attitude. And I said, thank you. And he goes, it's so hard. He goes, I've been divorced for 4 years, and it's so hard to find a proper woman because I feel like every single time I try to date someone or connect with someone that I have to have fear in showing my masculine side so that I can be able to find a woman that I'm going to fall in love with. He goes, I don't even know how I fell out of love with my wife. And what happened, we ended up going our separate ways, and she became independent, and I own a financial firm, and I'm really successful, and my kids are going to college, and I have everything going for me, but I can't find a person that I can be myself with because I feel every single time I turn a corner, I'm being judged. I'm being looked at. I'm going to be called sexist. I'm going to be ridiculed. I'm going to be condemned. And I said, I'm going to tell you something if you don't mind me being blunt. And he said, no, by all means, please say something. And I said, well, number one, I said, you look like a confident, strong man, and you look like you have everything put together. I said, but I can be honest with you and say that the one thing I notice is that you do allow yourself to worry because the way you carry yourself by having your shoulders scrunched over and your head down and it looks like you're hiding. I said, you look like you're losing your confidence. You have no confidence. And that's just from me looking at you. It has nothing to do with intuition. And I didn't want him to know I was intuitive. And I said, because I didn't, God knows I didn't need more clients at that moment. And I already have a waiting list. So I was like, no, I don't need that. And literally, he goes, really? He goes, I don't look confident. I said, no, you don't look confident. I said, but you worry. You even admitted it just now while I'm sitting here talking with you. You worry about what people think about you. I said, that's one of the most negative things in the world today. This is the disruption with our children. This is the disruption with our young adults, our 30s, 40s, 50s, 80s, humans on the planet. Everyone is worried about what other people think of them. I have been brought up to believe by God, by my guardian angels, yes, look clean, be proper, but in no way, shape, or form worry about people think about you. Because those who are judging don't love themselves. No one will judge you, I promise you, if they love themselves. And most people on the planet don't love themselves anymore. They lack, unfortunately, the most biggest gift that God gave us, self-love, self-worth, self-confidence. Self-love is a gift you were given the minute you were conceived. Self-worth is something that continues to grow with you, but it's taken away. It's taken away very slowly as you're a child, as you're a toddler, as you're a toddler, then as you're a child, then as you're a young adult, as you continue to grow. It is like you're being stripped, right? Like the vaccines and all these other things, they say they strip your, the good bugs that should be in your stomach, right? And I've heard that science program that they talk about how so many vaccines and all these things have changed our internal, I can't remember how it's described, but basically the bugs that live inside of our intestines. And that's all been transformed and changed so drastically that now we have peanut allergies, we have gluten allergies, we have all these issues because we have all these other natural defense mechanisms that used to be within us are now cut away and destroyed because of all the shots and the things that we've taken since before when I was a child and just very young. Long story short, we're doing the same thing emotionally. We're continuing to cut and disconnect and disengage and close doors to our own emotional connection, including our self-worth. We think self-worth means looking extremely just as unnatural as we possibly can. We're afraid to have wrinkles. We're afraid of having our natural hair color. We're afraid of having too much fat on your body. We're afraid of not being in fashion and having this certain name brand and certain water bottles and certain type of, I don't know. I'm just making up things I've heard from other people. Bottom line, we are not here to be judged. There's only one judge, and that's God. Even you're not supposed to judge yourself. Your one job, your one purpose is to love yourself unconditionally, no matter what. No matter what circumstances, no matter what situation. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you've made. I promise you, you're still loved. God is real. But judgment, if you want to call something ungodly, dark, evil, yucky, whatever word you want to use, that is the word judgment. Judgment is a very, very dark space. It is like as if it's toxicity wrapped up with this black tar that wants to grab you and stick onto you and bring you in that little black gooey tar pile. You don't want that. So the more you allow yourself to be slicking yourself off by having a lot of oil on you, and the oil that you're going to have on you to not let that judgment and that tar and that yuckiness stick onto you, that oil, that lather that's right on the outside of your skin, starting from the inside of your heart, all the way working on its way out, should be your self-love, self-worth, self-confidence, and of course, God and your guardian angels. By you allowing yourself to be consumed with love and happiness, nothing can take you down. This is a repetitive message that I'm giving today so that you may understand your worth, so that you can change your frequency. Because visualize this for 1 second. Pretend. Okay, let's go on a journey. Fiction, cartoon, fantasy. Let's pretend everyone loves themselves in the world. Would we have war? I don't think so. Let's pretend another scenario. Everyone loves themselves. Would we have violence? Okay, it's a good question, isn't it? So if we all loved ourselves and we all understood what it was to have happiness and joy within our soul and spirit, would we be war, killing people, raping people, molesting people, sex trafficking, abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, self-abuse that we do to ourselves, self-sabotaging? No. All these negative things that we continuously see around the world, these negative stories, are only because these people who are having these acts of hate, violence, and darkness are filled with a very dark vibration and energy of loathing themselves. These are not people who love themselves. These are not people who understand God. These are not people who are communicating and listening to their guardian angel or feeling their guardian angel. It doesn't matter how much you don't believe. It doesn't matter whether you lack faith. It doesn't matter if you don't even understand religion. It's not about religion. God is not a religion. God is an energy and a vibration that has been created. It's the beginning of existence. And God's energy, God's love, God's light reigns within us. It's like pretend every single human being on the planet and every part of the particles of the universes and the multiverses have just, so one piece of sand, imagine a piece of that piece of sand is within every bit of existence. That's all God's energy. Everything is God's energy. And we are part of something that is supposed to be in existence. Humans were created for one purpose, an existence of love. An existence of love, of unity. We used to be magic. We used to be shining and bright and happy and joyful and just gifts on this planet. And within such a short time in existence, we have now destroyed one thing that we love and we adore more than anything, and that is our beautiful planet and our home. By us changing our frequency of self-love and self-worth, we can then change the frequency of the planet. Did you ever think of that? So, to each and every one of you, I pray, I hope, I wish that you start putting your right foot forward, that you allow your vibration and your frequency to become open and in a place of receiving and awakening and transformation, opening your heart, putting your shoulders back, keeping your head up tall and straight and confident, knowing that God loves you, knowing that your guardian angels are carrying you under your arms and taking you on a journey that you've been waiting to receive. To each and every one of you, God bless. Until next time.